Ron Paul Republicans have won yet another congressional primary. This one in Colorado's 1st Congressional District, covering the area of Denver. George Lilly, a retired Army vet and salesperson, defeats fellow Republican Charles Crane for the right to take on 6-term Democrat incumbent Diana DeGette. DeGette is Chief Deputy Whip in the current Congress. She's best known for a 2005 incident when the House of Representatives passed her legislation to lift President Bush's limits on federal funding for embryonic stem cell research. In other words, she pushed to take more of your money and have it used for this controversial type of research. With one exception or two, Lilly's website is pretty much a carbon copy of the Ron Paul positions on almost every issue. And here's what Dr. Paul had to say about George Lilly back in April. Quote, George's long-standing commitment to our Constitution and to limited government has won him my respect and admiration, as well as my endorsement in this race. I believe George will represent the people of Colorado well, and I know he'll help return our party to its traditions, unquote. However, significantly, I can't find any information about his position on the Iraq War. I didn't find anything on his issues page on Lilly's webpage. He does express concern about the large number, the vast U.S. military presence in 136 other countries. That's certainly not the first time a Republican has gotten the opportunity to be the main rival of the Democrat. I say not the first time a Ron Paul Republican has achieved that. In spring of 2008, Richard Matthews of Operation Live Free or Die secured an uncontested primary and will square off against authoritarian Democrat Dutch Ruppersberger in Maryland. That's definitely a case where you've got a pro-war Democrat, or at least someone who voted for Iraq war funding, running against an anti-war Republican. Unlike Matthews, however, Lilly is starting to get some mainstream press coverage. Or I should say, Matthews wasn't initially getting that much coverage. He may be now, but anyway, right after right after securing the primary, he didn't get much coverage. Lilly is getting some coverage. He's in the Denver Post today. Unfortunately, the Post doesn't really say anything about Lilly being a Ron Paul Republican, and it sort of makes it sound like he can't win. Which I'm sure the odds are against him, but the way this is written, I think it wouldn't be a bad thing if a few people were to contact the Denver Post and express concern about the writing of this article by Christopher Sanchez of the Denver Post. The Post says, Lilly and Crane, quote, Lilly and Crane are looking to unseat Rep. Diana DeGette, who has served the district since 1997, unquote. Quote, the 1st District has been a bastion for Democrats for the past 35 years, and experts say the political landscape won't change anytime soon. Unquote. I'm sure there's truth in what Sanchez is saying. It would be very difficult for a Republican to win in that district, but if he's going to say so much, he might as well mention what the guy stands for, as long as he's throwing commentary in there and pretending to be an objective journalist. However, there was something useful in the Post article, and I thought that it was good. They posted the percentages as of last night. Lilly had achieved 58% of the vote, and his opponent had 42% of the vote. And I should make clear, it's probably better not to complain so much about people who are actually covering us as opposed to people who are ignoring us. So, despite my gripes, thanks, Mr. Sanchez, for the article. I'm sure you don't mind being made fun of a little bit. It would be better than me ignoring you, right? Oh, one thought. I see there is a libertarian in this race, Martin Buchanan, and I guess it would be interesting to me to find out whether he's going to maybe step aside so as not to bleed votes away from the Libertarian Republican. It's what I would do if I were in that situation. A couple of things worth mentioning about Lilly's opponent, Diana DeGette. It's a little bit different situation from what's going on in Maryland with Matthews. His opponent, Ruppersberger, is a complete authoritarian who voted in favor of the Patriot Act and to continue Iraq war funding. But DeGette voted against the Patriot Act, against reauthorization of the Patriot Act, and also voted against the Iraq war in the original invasion. I don't know if she voted to reauthorize funding or not. So it probably is going to be hard for Lily to come after her on the Iraq War issue, since she's got pretty much an anti-war record, and that's going to do well with Denver voters. But it's just good to see him in the race as the main contender against the Democrat, because that will get a lot of issues debated, at least, and hopefully generate some press for the Ron Paul movement and libertarian ideas in general. This is Dave Ridley signing off for RidleyReport.com this August 14th, 2008.